Welcome back to my channel. I am back with another Baddies Gone Wild review, so let's just get right into it. So this episode picks up where the last one left off, where Bahati and Daisy just finished fighting with each other, and security ends up taking Daisy out of the room, and Bahati is in the room crying with Natalie and Erica, and that's when Shay, Oxy, and Jadynn end up coming in the room to support Bahati, and they start telling Natalie what really happened between Bahati and Daisy, which I'm so glad they did because it shows that they really have Bahati's back. But they start telling Natalie what really happened between the two of them. They said that Bahati has never said anything bad about Daisy. Like, she's never talked about her in a negative way, so they don't understand why the other girls went to Daisy lying and saying that Bahati was talking about her, because if Bahati was talking about Daisy, they would have known about it because they're the ones that are close to Bahati, not the rest of the girls. It's basically giving that Daisy already wanted to have a problem with Bahati, because why would you let somebody that you're not cool with, who you fought and blacked their eye, tell you that another girl was talking about you behind your back, knowing that it's a girl that you've been cool with the entire time so far? So it's giving that Daisy just wanted to have an issue with Bahati, and that's the reason why she ended up fighting her. Daisy pulling the hair out of Bahati's head just shows that she was never really cool with Bahati, because why would you do that to somebody? Like, she's fought plenty of other girls on the show, but the one girl that she was cool with on the show, she decides to rip her hair out of her head. Like, that didn't make any sense to me. So I just really felt bad for Bahati crying about her hair, because she had a really pretty head of hair. I think that's wrong for somebody to do that to you. Like, even if I'm beefing with somebody, they be taking things too far on these shows sometimes, because why are you that mad at her that you want to rip a chunk of hair out of her head? But in the middle of this conversation, Natalie hears a bunch of chaos going on in the house, so she walks to the bottom of the stairs and she hears a bunch of drama happening, but comes to find out it was just Daisy and Ming Lee play fighting with each other. It's giving that all the rest of the girls in the house are afraid of Daisy, and that's the reason why they won't stand up to her, because when she was arguing with Bahati, she started saying that she's the big dog in the house and whatever she says goes and she runs everything, and yet these girls are her friend and don't call her out on that. That's weird. Now, Natalie makes sure that before she leaves the house, she needs to remind them that there's $50K on the line, that every week the fans are going to vote for their favorite of each episode, and whoever ends up getting the most votes at the end of the season will get the $50,000 and a Baddies Gone Wild chain. And I thought it was funny that Titi was yelling outside saying that she was the one that was going to win the $50K and the Baddies Gone Wild chain, and I just was so confused, because it's like, does she not see how she's been acting? Like, the fans don't like Titi. Like, she could have been a fan favorite had she wouldn't have been acting like a bully, but because she's been acting like a bully since the very first episode of the season, nobody has had a chance to get to know her or even like her. And this is exactly an example why people don't like Titi, because when the girls were trying to lay down in their room, because I think Oxy, Shay, Jadynn, and Bahati all share a room together. They're the ones that are cool with each other. They share a room, and they got the biggest room in the house. And Titi goes running, banging on their doors while they're trying to lay down and relax, which is really annoying. And then in last week's episode, she went in their rooms and she started messing up their beds, which was stupid to me. It's like, she does too much. And I know we do need an antagonizer in every season of the show, because it does make things interesting and entertaining, but does every single episode need you bullying the same 4 girls? Like, it's stupid. Now, the next morning, Bahati ends up meeting with 2 women to cut her hair. Okay, she wants to shave all of her hair off of her head. She doesn't want to just shave off the rest of the side that Daisy pulled out. She wants to shave the whole thing and start over. And I love that Oxy, Shay, and Jadynn came outside to support, Bahati, because she needed that support. I mean, it's hard for a woman to cut her hair off. Not for every woman, but for a lot of women, it is a really big emotional thing to cut off all your hair. So I think it was good that she had all that support. And I love that they were gassing her head up. That shows that they're real friends, because I do feel like Bahati looked really good with her head shaved. Like, she didn't really need the hair on her head because she still looks pretty without it. So I don't know if she's gonna grow her hair back or if she's gonna rock the bald look for a while, but it works either way. Now, while Bahati is in the middle of getting her hair cut, there's Rella, Gloss Up, TT, and Hurricane M in a room with Daisy, talking about Daisy pulling out Bahati's hair. And basically, Daisy is delusional, okay? Because she said the only reason why, Bahati was getting any shine was because of her. Like, because she was cool with Bahati and she was defending Bahati, that means that she gave Bahati some shine, which was delusional to me for Daisy to say something like that, because Bahati got shine because she stood on her own in the very first episode when the other girls were trying to bully her. Like, they immediately came for her about her wig when it didn't have anything to do with them. Like, I don't understand why her wig sitting up as high as it was made them feel some type of way. That was a stupid reason, because it doesn't affect them. And then, Rella going at her because she didn't want to wear her head wrap. That's the reason why people, started to like Bahati because she was getting attacked by people and she defended herself whether she won or lost. Daisy wanted some shine off of Bahati because the fights that she got into was because she was trying to get involved in all of Bahati's issues. So I don't understand why she thinks that she's the reason for Bahati getting any shine. Now the baddies are on two separate sprinters, okay, because they're going somewhere, and basically Rella starts saying that she felt some type of way about Natalie saying that just because they voted 4 girls to go home doesn't mean the girls are going to have to fight for their spot and that one of them are going to go home. And she said that she felt some type of way about that because she feels like, the girls that were voted out should have to leave, which is stupid to me because if those girls leave, then what's the entertainment? Because you guys are not going to go at anybody else but the same 4 girls over and over again. And Janelle's be pissing me off, okay, because she's really pretty, okay, she dresses really nice, she looks good, but she allows these girls to talk to her way too crazy, and I'm not really feeling that because she sat there and let Rella talk to her crazy on the sprinter because Rella felt some type of way that Janelle's was kind of defending Erica a little bit. Like, she wasn't really defending her, but she was also defending her a little bit by saying that, Erica doesn't want to keep fighting and that she doesn't have a reason to be fighting because nobody has a real reason to have a problem with her. And I just felt like Rella was just talking to Janelle some type of way, and I felt like Janelle should have just socked her right in her face to shut her up because I feel like they can talk to Janelle's that way because Janelle's doesn't really do anything when they're talking to her crazy. Then on the other sprinter, Coco was pissing me off. Like I said, she's my least favorite of this season because she's just annoying to me. Because Jadynn started saying that she's tired of beefing with Hurricane M because she feels like it's ruining her experience. Like, she's not able to have a good time. She's not able to get to know the rest of the girls because every single day Hurricane M is trying to fight her for no reason. And Coco started going at Jadynn because she hasn't really been fighting. And it's like, girl, you haven't fought Daisy after she blacked your eye. Like, this girl's eye is still black. Like, I don't even know how many days they've been in Brazil at this point since Daisy blacked her eye. But this girl's eye has been messed up for the past 7 episodes. Like, Jadynn ended up having to fight Daisy too at some point, but she didn't get her eye blacked out like Coco. So Coco should be the last person talking. But I do agree with Jadynn that I'm over the Hurricane M and Jadynn beef. Like, they're beefing for no reason at all. It seems like Hurricane M just wants to keep going at Jadynn because she doesn't have any other person to go at. And it's really getting old. But the baddies end up going paddle boarding, and honestly, it was so satisfying to watch Daisy freak out because she was in the water. Like, she literally fell off the paddle board into the water and she was freaking out, telling them to get her out. She was flapping all over the place, and honestly, I got a chuckle out of that because she deserved that after the way that she did Bahati. But then these girls end up leaving, going paddle boarding, and they end up, getting on the sprinters to go back home. And Daisy and Rella, 2 of the biggest mouths on this season, end up saying that they want to go home and just have a good time because there's been too much drama and they haven't been able to have fun. And it's like, they're 2 of the biggest reasons why they haven't been able to have any fun because they're too busy bullying the same 4 girls over and over again and causing drama every single episode. So I mean, if they haven't had any fun, it's because they're doing too much of the drama. I will say, I don't really like that they put Bahati on a sprinter with girls that she was just beefing with. Like, why would they put her on a sprinter with a girl that just ripped her hair out of her head? Like, they put Cupcake on the sprinter with Bahati's friends and then put Bahati on the sprinter with the girls that she was beefing with. That was stupid to me. But on the way back to the house, TT ends up asking Bahati if she can get over her beef with Daisy and the 2 of them can be cool again. And Bahati surprisingly said that she can get over her beef with Daisy, which was weird to me because I wouldn't be able to be cool with somebody who ripped hair out of my head and made me have to shave my hair off. But if Bahati wants to move on because she doesn't want to keep beefing with the same girl, I also understand that too. But Coco has the audacity to get into her confessional and say that she thinks that Bahati is too soft because if somebody pulled her hair out of her head, she would never be able to get over it. And it's like, girl, she should never be able to get over the fact that Daisy has had this girl with her eye black for the past 8 episodes. She's talking about Bahati being too, soft, but Bahati fought Daisy multiple times after she ripped her hair out of her head. Coco still hasn't fought Daisy again after Daisy blacked her eye. Now, they did put Jadynn on a sprinter with Hurricane M, which I think they did that on purpose because they wanted the 2 of them to fight, but they didn't fight. But Jadynn did ask Hurricane M if she'd be willing to squash the beef that they had, and Hurricane M is just acting annoying because it's giving that she doesn't want to drop the beef that she has with Jadynn. It's giving that that's her only storyline, so that's the reason why she wants to keep it going. Because if Jadynn's saying, okay, we fought multiple times already over something that happened 2 years ago, can we squash it now? And Hurricane M keeps trying to argue with the girl, it's giving that she doesn't want the beef to be over. And Hurricane M was talking about she wants an apology from Jadynn Jadynn in order to drop the beef. And it's like, an apology for what? Because she said that it seemed like you were trying to fight her mother. Like, I just felt like that was a stupid reason for her to want an apology, because Hurricane M is the one that brought up that whole situation in the first place. That was her whole basis of beefing with Jadynn to begin with, was something that happened with Jaden's mother 2 years ago, which was stupid. Like, Hurricane M doesn't realize that she's making Jadynn very likable this season. Like, Jadynn seems like a really sweet, cool girl that you would want to hang out with. Like, she seems like she's non-confrontational. She'll fight if she has to, but she's not really a fighter, and she just wants to hang out and have a good time. She's making Jadynn likable. Now, apparently production told all the baddies that they needed to go out to the club this one night, so they all get ready to go, and they're wondering if there's a surprise for them. Like, they feel like there might be new baddies that they're supposed to meet at the club, and that's the reason why it was mandatory for all of them to go. But it was just Natalie, Bobby, and Scotty, which is not really that big of a deal to me. But everybody is having a really good time at the club. Like, they're turning up with each other, and then all of a sudden, Daisy decides to call out Oxy and tell Natalie that she feels like Oxy should go home because she feels like Oxy is boring. And Oxy is drunk at this point, so she starts going off because she doesn't feel like she's boring. She feels like she stood on business. I don't feel like Oxy is boring, and I don't feel like she's one of the girls that should go home. Like, there's a few other girls that should go home definitely before her. I mean, she's really not my favorite because I don't think it was necessary for her to sneak Erica in last week's episode, but I don't think that she's the main girl that needs to go home. So these girls just let Daisy run them, because all of a sudden Daisy starts telling Oxy that she needs to fight Gloss Up, and the two of them get ready to square up. And honestly, I expected Oxy to try to fight Gloss Up because, you know, Daisy said so, and, you know, Oxy was drunk. But I was surprised that Gloss Up sat up there and allowed Daisy to put a battery in her back. But even though the episode cut there, it did look like from the little bit that they showed that Oxy was really whooping Gloss Up. Like, it looked like Gloss Up could not handle Oxy. I'm interested to see the next episode, because the next episode seems like a lot more happens than in this one. So let me know what you guys thought about this episode down in the comment section, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video.